This is Frog Valley Farm, and I just want to do an update and talk on Garcinia fruits and whether they're hermaphrodites or male or female, and the Imbe in particular because of all the success we've had recently selling over $400 worth of fruit off of a 7-foot tall Imbe tree. In like, I don't know, hours. $33 a pound for the fruit. And why people aren't growing these things. And the Garcinias have been like a mystery here. Everyone seemed to focus on the Garcinia mangostana at the beginning, you know, earlier before I moved here. And now the other Garcinias, the Garcinias from the Americas and Africa, are gaining more widespread attention. The improved one, I'm not talking about the intermedia and the Braziliensis. I'm talking about the Madruno, the Achacha, the Imbe, and Luke's, and yeah, those 4, right? Yeah. So anyway, I have this Imbe tree. We have several Imbe trees that are like 10 or so now, because I planted seeds of the ones I've gotten, growing and flowering. And I know at least 1 or 2 that have fruited, the bigger ones. One has fruited for the previous 2 years, and then this year it didn't fruit at all, but it's been in a non-stop continuous flowering cycle. And the other ones are all starting to flower as they age. So they do all flower, it's just that the flowers are male. So these are Garcinia cuttings and star apple cuttings that I did in pure Zebu manure. Completely white from the field, biodynamic cow manure. So it's been in the field for like a year. 7 months to a year, I would say. So I soak it overnight. I found that if you soak it with BD 500, that it crumbles up the next day easy. So I soak it in BD 500 in rainwater overnight, and then I crumble it up, and it's just like this potting soil. And you can see it's completely inoculated with fungi, and it's just a wellspring of enzymes and microbials that aid in the growth of plants. So this is a little achacha off our fruiting tree. I can pretty much tell it's made it. And this is a juicy pearl star apple. Seems like the green, I used the green wood, not the brown wood. That works. The brown wood didn't seem to work on the Inga, but what dies becomes food for these stuff in these pots. I then sprinkled the pots with a half a teaspoon of powdered kelp. It's a mix, so it's like 1/8 of a teaspoon of powdered kelp, 1/8 of a teaspoon of organic flaxseed, cold pressed flaxseed powder, 1/8 of a teaspoon of, or I guess it's a 1/16. I make like a half a teaspoon that is divided by the kelp, the flaxseed powder, and then it's a beet powder, and then a raspberry seed powder. And then I dust it on the top. That's all I do. And then I water it with rainwater. Water flows right through it. No water sits on top. It just instantly goes through it. That's what you want for the carbon pumps and the water to move. So just since these have been successful, or appear to be successful, I started doing cuttings of the Imbe, because for some reason nobody has fruiting Imbes, or there aren't a lot of them, because you need a hermaphrodite plant. So I did, this is an Imbe, and the greenwood, I think that might be a problem why it's not grafted so much, because I don't know. But I used the greenwood. This is pure cow manure. You could still like kind of see that I crumbled up. This is a Chacha. This is a juicy pearl. That's a citrus, blood orange. This is a, no, that's the blood orange, and that is a Garcinia madruno. So I did it over here too. Same thing. Because it turns out on these Garcinias, you need to have the hermaphrodite plant. And we're a fruit farm, we're not a nursery. And people seem to want our skyonwood, of course, you know, and I don't know how these people grow. Biodynamic grown plants don't adapt to a chemical. I guess it's probably because they're inoculated with fungi and they prevent it from entering. So if you're going to try to graft a biodynamic plant onto your chemically grown Imbe that's not flowering, it probably won't be a success. I'm just sharing my experience. Anyway, this is Frog Valley Farm. I hope you found this useful, and have a good day.